In today's episode of Spirit of Innovation, we learn how to keep our kids safe during pool season.
The public pool can be very dangerous. There's a lot of parents out there that like to assume that other parents will be watching their children even though they haven't had a discussion with those parents.
We spotlight California State Treasurer's Office funded programs that are designed to help Californians succeed.
There's a lot of money out there from the federal, state, local governments, but people don't know about it.
Find out how you can find culture, summer enrichment, and much more at a community center near you.
We're always in this process of trying to push the envelope to make our culture real and inviting and to be a place where people can come.
This month, Spirit of Innovation welcomes guest host Paul Rangel, CEO of Sofa Spectrum Furniture. He is the Temecula Chamber of Commerce's 2022 Ambassador of the Year and was also nominated to receive their 2022 Citizen of the Year recognition. Stay with us as the Spirit of Innovation team and Paul bring you impactful and innovative need-to-know, did-you-know, and good-to-know local community news and information.
Welcome to Spirit of Innovation. Thanks for joining us. My name is Paul Rangel, and I'm so happy to be here guest hosting this month's episode of Spirit of Innovation. June is a great time to enjoy all that Riverside County has to offer with its beautiful landscapes and award-winning wineries. It's no wonder that Riverside County is home to many celebratory functions. A county ordinance regulates the noise from these events, but now businesses and residents are looking to get the law amended. Here's more on what you need to know.
In 2006, the county implemented Noise Ordinance 847, which directly affected business in Temecula Valley's wine country. Wineries and party venues are prohibited from playing loud music between the hours of 10 p.m. and 8 a.m. In addition, amplified sound played at any time of day cannot be audible at distances greater than 200 feet away.
Out in wine country and in other parts of the county, people were having parties, typically in vacation rentals and short-term rentals. They were creating a great deal of noise late into the night, so we asked the county to start enforcing the noise ordinance more strictly. When they did so, they did it in a way that was very strict on some of the particulars, including going out and telling wineries they were no longer allowed to have live music on property. So it actually created a problem for the wineries, the tourists, and even residents who like going to the wineries and listening to live music. Changing the ordinance is very important, not only to me and the tourism community, but really to everybody in Riverside County, because the way the ordinance is written is frankly absurd. Part of the noise ordinance, it limits the amount of noise you can have from different sources. So the way it's written would shut down almost any kind of noise that emanates from a device and any kind of live music performance throughout the entire county. If the residents were aware of what was going on, I'm very certain, and I am a resident of wine country, that they would be very supportive of changing the noise ordinance so that live music was allowed in a reasonable way. There will be, hopefully, an acknowledgement that in wine country on a larger property, it would make sense to be a bit more permissive with the types of activities that are allowed there.
The County Board of Supervisors responded to the community's request for clear noise ordinance guidelines and are preparing an amendment to be voted on in the near future.
What do you think about these proposed changes in wine country? Spirit of Innovation wants your feedback while they track this developing story. Share your thoughts using the Contact Us form on the website. The California State Treasurer's Office was created with the primary purpose of ensuring the responsible handling of public funds, managing the state's debt, facilitating economic growth, and ensuring its stability. Spirit of Innovation was honored to meet with California State Treasurer Fiona Ma and learn how her office is providing tangible benefits for current and future generations of Californians.
California's GDP soared to just over $3 trillion in 2022, accounting for 14.6% of the entire U.S. economy. If California were a country, it would be the fourth largest economy in the world. As custodian of public funds, the state treasurer plays a vital role in managing and safeguarding the state's financial resources.
So I am the banker for California. All of the revenues, taxes, fines, fees, interest comes into my office. Last year it was $3.2 trillion. I manage a short-term portfolio of about $200 billion, and I issue all the bonds for the state of California, as well as the UC, CSU, and community colleges.
Over the years, the role and responsibilities of the State Treasurer's Office have expanded to include financing crucial infrastructure projects. These projects encompass California schools, roads, housing, public health facilities, and more.
One of our programs is the Scholarshare 529 program that really encourages parents and guardians to save for a child's higher education so they don't have to go into high student loan debt. A new program funded by the governor and the legislature is called Cal Kids. So every newborn born after July 1st, 2022 will get anywhere from $25 to $100 in their account in their own name. So it will grow for 18 years when the child goes to higher education or a certified apprenticeship program. In addition, every 1st through 12th grader on free and reduced lunch, basically, will get $500 in their own name. If they're a foster youth, they'll get another $500. And if they are homeless, they will get another $500. So this is $1,500 potentially in free money.
With the push to achieve carbon neutrality by 2045, the State Treasurer's Office offers programs that aid companies in the transition to clean energy.
Under my California Alternative Energy and Transportation Finance Authority, CATFA, we give a sales tax exemption for companies that are buying big equipment that is cleaning and greening our environment.
Since Riverside County is home to the Salton Sea, containing one of the largest lithium deposits in the world, energy companies require state funding to safely and effectively extract the vital element.
Our newest program is for lithium extraction companies so that we can build more EV charging stations, battery storage, etc.
The Treasurer's Office is also dedicated to providing more resources to public health facilities.
One of my agencies, the California Hospital Finance Authority. So we fund and finance hospitals, children's hospitals, and clinics. So the major regional one here is Loma Linda University, and we have funded $6.1 million in 2009 for expanding their patient care facilities. And then in 2015, we allocated $165 million to build their new children's hospital. And then most recently in 2019, gave them another $55 million so that they can expand the services in this region.
Though cities and communities statewide can benefit from financial support in all areas, the successful operation of small businesses remains a primary focus.
A lot of the restaurants did not get the resources that was offered through COVID relief, for example. So we have another round of restaurant relief grants, small business loans. A lot of small businesses just need a little line of credit for a short amount of time.
Most importantly, the State Treasurer wants everyone to know that there are resources available to those willing to do their research.
There's a lot of money out there from the federal, state, local governments, but people don't know about it. And we in government just put it up on a website and expect everybody to, to come to the website, but they don't. And so that is our job, doing a lot of outreach, marketing, and educational awareness for all of the resources out there.
As a small business owner, I can appreciate the support offered by the State Treasurer's Office, and I encourage you to check out all the different programs they have in place. Visit the Spirit of Innovation website for links and more information. With summer fast approaching, we're beginning to flock to pools to cool off. But when it comes to kids and water, safety needs to be paramount. Spirit of Innovation takes a look at what we can do to make sure summer fun doesn't turn tragic.
Residential pools are more popular than ever, thanks in part to the pandemic, when many homebound consumers decided to increase the entertainment capacity of their homes. However, along with pools, there can be tragedy. Nationally, drowning is the single leading cause of death of children ages 1 to 4. 88% of child drownings occurred with at least one adult present.
It typically takes about 3 minutes for a person to become a victim of drowning and become severely injured in that process. Drowning is not always a big scene. It could also be silent. Someone could easily slip under the water without anyone noticing. The process usually starts with somebody bobbing up and down in the water or using their arms, but they're making little to no forward movement. This process could often be mistaken for someone just playing in the water. So that's why you don't always catch someone drowning to begin with. Their eyes could have a panicked look in their face, and overall they just look like they're not able to move competently in the water. They could be reaching for the walls or anything that could provide them support in their water, as they're not able to support themselves. If a drowning victim is not recognized in time, they could easily become a passive drowning victim. Passive drowning victims can be found floating on the top of the water or even submerged at the bottom of the pool.
Drowning is 100% preventable, and there are steps that you can take, called the ABCDs of pool safety, to keep children safe.
Adult supervision is for A. Adults need to be watching at all times. You have an adult at the poolside that's constantly looking over the pool and watching everybody within the pool. B would be the barrier. That could be a fence, that could be a hard cover that is drowning proof where you can't fall through. There could be alarms on windows and doors that allow a parent to hear a child getting through the window or getting through the door. C would be the classes that you could take for swimming. You want to get your child early. We look at 6 months where they can take an early ISR program, which is for infants. D would be devices. We want to make sure any child that is not able to swim or is a weak swimmer to always wear a life vest of some form. They have to be approved and they have to be within the weight of the child.
Public pools have their own types of dangers, specifically because it's where many people gather.
The public pool can be very dangerous. There's a lot of parents out there that like to assume that other parents will be watching their children even though they haven't had a discussion with those parents. That is not the case. There's drownings there because there's a lot more distractions that are going on and the parents are not paying attention.
Whether children are swimming in a public pool or residential one, they need to learn to stay away from pool drains.
Drains and pools are a danger. Some of them have gotten upgrades to where they're no longer causing the danger of the pump and the suction that occurs from the pump. However, they're still old pools and they still have the old drains. Cover or a grate cover over those drains to protect it. But again, some of those things may not actually be on the pool and they're always at risk. So if you keep your child's hair up and away, so that way it's not wrapping around and potentially when they're at the bottom being stuck into the drain.
With good pool safety education, we can all help prevent the needless tragedy of another drowned child, because a fun summer is a safe summer.
It's important to make sure we're continuing to stay safe and healthy while partaking in all summer fun. If you have any helpful tidbits about how to do so, please share them on social media and use the hashtag JDSFamily. There is a place near you that offers affordable classes, family-friendly events, and recreational activities. You can also volunteer there or maybe find a paying job. I'm talking about the heart of any city. The local community center, Spirit of Innovation, takes a look at what these places have to offer.
Summer is here, which means community centers are busy providing services and activities ranging from summer camp to swimming classes and everything in between. Many cities such as Murrieta, Menifee, Lake Elsinore, and Temecula operate their own community and recreation centers where residents can participate in a variety of classes and events throughout the year.
Community centers are about bringing people together. The classes are also very affordable compared to private institutions. Also, the contract instructors the city has are very professional in what they do and what they teach and how they teach. So the City of Temecula and the County of Riverside often host meetings at the facilities. Those meetings can be about city information programs as well as County of Riverside type programs. City facilities, particularly the Temecula Community Center, we call it the TCC, Community Recreation Center, CRC, residents and non-residents can rent them out for special events like baby showers, birthday parties, graduation parties. The community centers, what people need to know is that they are a wonderful resource for the community. They have a lot of information. A lot of people who work in the community centers live in the area, so they're very familiar with the area. I just encourage people to stop on by, say hi.
Riverside County manages 10 community centers through direct oversight and operating agreements with community partners. One such center, Lakeland Village, is operated by a nonprofit that focuses on teaching the arts.
Studio 395 is the contracted operator for the Lakeland Village Community Center. We call it the Village on Grand. We've done that since 2017, and we were the first arts organization to operate a community center. So the opportunity to help the community that really was underserved at that point was important to us as well. We saw it as a chance to reach more potential artists and create new artists.
Now, about 2,000 people a year use the center's recreational facilities and take part in their classes.
We have ceramics, acrylic arts, piano, guitar, recreation and exercise. We have Zumba, and we have 2 yoga teachers. We just started a film program called Hey Shorty Films, and it's designed specifically for teenage girls. We're always in this process of trying to make our culture real and inviting and to be a place where people can come. So we service all the behavioral science group. We also do voter registrations. We do COVID vaccines. It goes on and on and on.
In 2020, Studio 395 lost its last participating founder, Grace Sandlin. She was also one of the first employees at JDS Creative Academy, the nonprofit that brings you Spirit of Innovation. Her impact on arts education is honored at the renamed Community Room and Theater, which also recognizes Dory Neal, who served as principal when this facility was an arts-focused school.
We have the theater available to small community members who've come in with their own plays and wanted to produce them, and we are willing to offer the space as affordably as we can because we just like to see theater happen here.
Whether you're interested in the arts, recreation, or just making new friends, thanks to your local community center, you don't have to travel far this summer to have fun.
The City of Temecula is currently renovating their Community Recreation Center, located at Ronald Reagan Sports Park. Spirit of Innovation will show you the updated facility in a future episode. Now it's time to share local community events, heartwarming news, and good-to-know topics and information. Here to get us started are SOI team members, Aaron Porras and Tyler Perrone.
Thank you, Paul. Here are our good-to-know happenings for this month. In Murrieta, come cheer on kids ages 5 to 14 at the Kids Amateur Summer Olympics at Murrieta Mesa High School on Saturday, June 17th. Also in Murrieta, you can join the ribbon cutting for Dickey's Barbecue Pit with the Chamber of Commerce and stay for lunch on Wednesday, June 21st. Then on June 22nd, head on over to Cal Oaks Sports Park to celebrate Murrieta's 32nd birthday bash with food and fireworks.
There's a lot happening in Temecula as well. Love a good music festival? The Old Town Temecula Music Festival is back on June 17th. Temecula's Harveston Community Park is hosting a movie night on June 23rd. They'll be showing Finding Nemo, starting at 6:30 p.m. The City of Menifee is holding a free virtual job fair for veteran residents on June 22nd. To sign up, head over to militaryx.com. On June 25th, come down to Michael's at Countryside Marketplace in Menifee, where customers can tie-dye shirts purchased in-store. Free supplies are provided.
June 19th is known as Juneteenth, marking the emancipation of enslaved African Americans. You can commemorate the event by attending the regional Juneteenth celebration at Mount San Jacinto College on June 17th. As we celebrate Pride Month, there are many activities to do around Riverside County. If you're in Palm Springs, stop by the Rio Azul Mexican Bar and Grill on any Sunday for Divas Drag Brunch, a fun blend of breakfast and Broadway music. In the city of Riverside, Pride Panel and Mixer celebrates the LGBTQ+ community at Back to the Grind on June 30th. All proceeds will benefit the Rape Crisis Center and their supporting programs.
Get ready to celebrate the July 4th holiday. You can join in on Temecula's Star-Spangled Parade, followed by a festival and fireworks at Ronald Reagan Sports Park. Or head over to Summerly Park in Lake Elsinore for a party in the park starting at 9 a.m., capped off with fireworks that evening. That's it for our Good to Know community events. Back to you, Paul.
Thank you, Aaron and Tyler. Last month, JDS Creative Academy treated a packed house to their showcase featuring the work from their spring semester of visual and performing art classes. The musical theater class performed Disney's Lion King Jr. It was a huge hit. Check out our recap.
Go hungry again!
All right, long live the king!
He was a young warthog. When I was a young warthog!
It's our brother's dream, philosophy, Hakuna Matata.
If your kid has been hit by the acting bug, you'll want to sign them up for JDS Creative Academy's Script to Stage Summer Camp. Here's more. Be sure to register for camp now before it fills up. They also have enrollment open for their fall semester visual performing and digital art classes beginning late August. Scholarships are available for camps and semester classes, all thanks to a grant JDS Creative Academy received from the California Arts Council. Visit the website for more information on enrollment, registering, and scholarships. Thank you for joining us for this episode of Spirit of Innovation. You can find Spirit of Innovation on Ripco TV, Menifee, Murrieta, and Temecula local stations. The show is also live streamed on YouTube and Facebook. Are you following the new Facebook page, Spirit of Innovation Local News? Please find us there. The old page is not updated and will be deleted soon. Be sure to check out the Spirit of Innovation website. It has the current episode, along with past episodes and individual segments to keep you in the know. Use the hashtag JDSFamily to keep up with everything happening here at JDS Studio and in Riverside County. Don't miss the SOI training crew on radio station 102.5 The Vine, 7 days a week with the JDS Creative Academy Community Spotlight. You can also catch the SOI crew stream live episodes of the SOI Update on your YouTube and co-hosting our podcast, SOI Talk Anywhere Ustream Podcasts. Our next Spirit of Innovation episode is our season closer. It drops on July 20th with special surprise guest hosts. Who will it be? Tune in to find out and play along on social media. Until then, SOI out.